Well, I have for you a rather aggravating, ridiculous, and absurd narrative that's now getting pushed within right-wing media and among some conservatives to tout the awesomeness of Trump's mugshot, okay? To say that, actually, if you really think about it, this is winning him over more support. The fact that he had to get a mugshot taken for an indictment related to his attempts to overthrow our democracy and install himself president. That mugshot is actually good. It doesn't represent a really dark moment where he tried to do those things and now is being held accountable for it, but instead represents how relatable he is to, wait, Black Americans. That's what I'm about to show you some conservatives advocating for. This is going to make Black Americans like Trump more. The insinuation being a mugshot in and of itself is something that Black Americans support, relate to. Yeah. Yikes. Here from MSNBC, as conservatives try to cope with the reality that their leader, Donald Trump, is facing a wave of federal and state indictments, they're clinging to desperate hopes that the criminal charge will help his electoral chances. And following Trump's arrest in Georgia on charges related to his efforts to overturn the state's 2020 presidential election, conservative media figures have trotted out a particularly desperate line that Trump is going to win over more Black voters than previously thought because he's been arrested. The lie about Black folks being attracted to alleged criminality didn't die with Rush Limbaugh, you see. It lives on in the conservative movement, only now they're framing this as a good thing instead of suggesting it could destroy the country, based in massively racist assumptions, obviously. Here's Jesse Waters on Fox News pushing this idea.
But the Democrats' Soviet-style tactics have alienated their most loyal voting bloc. The mugshot has breathed new life into the Trump campaign and broadened his appeal to Black Americans. Over the weekend, with the help of mugshot merchandise, the Trump campaign raked in over $7 million. Today, my garbage man told me he's buying mugshot T-shirts for everyone he knows this Christmas. But
what do I say? Oh my gosh. Sure that happened, but also, yikes. And then here was this also on Fox News with a guest of Laura Ingraham's.
That mugshot situates Trump in a cultural context that I'm not sure his enemies may have anticipated. Now he joins Frank Sinatra. He joins Elvis Presley. He joins Johnny Cash and Tupac Shakur. And he didn't only know some of these people, meaning he is now seen by non-political folks as a rebel, an outsider with swagger. And as one Black lady I spoke with earlier today here in New Orleans said, Trump's a gangster. And that means he has cred among a new block of voters that perhaps have never given him a serious look, and now they're looking again.
I'm ill. I'm physically ill right now. Ugh. So, you know how we talked about this story that was also pushed on Fox News about furries being given, furries being a person who dresses up like an animal or identifies as an animal or something. And schools, they said on Fox News and some right-wing publications, schools were putting litter boxes in bathrooms for students who wanted to be a cat or a kitten or whatever. And it turned out to be the case that that was not the case. That was just bogus, made up. And so then, because right-wing publications had to stop publishing that because it was just wrong, it started to be the case that these Fox News hosts and other people would say, oh, I have a friend who told me, Joe Rogan said this too, I have a friend who told me that they know people's kids who told them that their dog told them that the former owner of the dog told them that cousin knew someone who had a litter box in a school. Every time someone gives a specific example, I'm going to get back to this story. Just wait. It's going to be a great connection. I know you're wondering, where the heck is he going? Because they can't just reference any more right-wing publications, it had to become, well, I heard from somebody that this happened. But anytime a specific example would be given and it would be tracked down, that school wouldn't be doing that. There would be no litter box for human students in the bathrooms. And it's still getting pushed, but it's been altered to, I have a friend who told me this was happening. That's what's going on here. They can't actually make any data-driven or empirical argument that this mugshot is helping Trump with Black Americans or will help him in the future election or anything like that. So it has to be someone told me. Because if they leave out the someone told me, they think that sounds even more racist. Either way, they're articulating that idea and it comes from a very racist place. But they think it lessens the racism if you say, a Black lady told me that she loves him now because of the mugshot, or that he has street cred, or whatever the guy said. And that's what's going on here. It is acceptable for me to say this, similar to the debunked story with the furry stuff, if I have a friend who told me it, or I have a garbage man who told me it. Either way, it's completely bogus. It's completely ridiculous. In this case, unlike the furry story, it's also racist. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to be a part of what makes this show possible, plus get access to the full video version of the show hours before all the clips are able to be uploaded to the YouTube channel, plus get the bonus show on the weekends, you can do so by going to lukebeasleyshow.com/membership. That's lukebeasleyshow.com/membership, and there's a link in the description.